So at times we want this to be in the exact center of the stage.
Yeah.
So for that, we have this Artboard tool. Okay, I can click on the Artboard tool, and these corners I can obviously, just like the crop, it's just like the crop. So Artboard is used like crop. So
Okay.
I'm cropping it, and I'm cropping it in such a way. Yes. So now if I click, you see, actually it's exactly in the center. Yeah, bit of perfection left, but fine, you got the point. What I want to discuss is the slice tool. Slice tool, it can be used in many places. I mean, they can ask you. Generally, slice tool came up for web development where you had to cut down a page into different slices. I will even, in fact, show you that. So I can use the slice tool, and let's say I can cut this down into 4 slices, just approximately, not exactly. So this has cut it down into 1, 2, 3. Plus, I would do is I would like to cut this down as well. Okay, so you won't be able to see all of them right now. Okay, is it working or not? But if I save this for web, and if I save this, you can see this. The different colors are showing me that I've actually cut it down into 4 sectors. So if I save it now, let's say on the desktop, okay, too much messy desktop, but I can save it as sectors, and I'll just save it. So let's see how will it save it now. So in fact, let me just not come this way because my desktop is too much messed up. Images. Did I save it as sectors, or this is the one? This is the one. This is the one, yeah. So you can see over here is, yeah, sectors. Distinctively.
In different files.
In different files, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's not the only case. Maybe let's say, just 1 second. If I open up, I did download some. Yes, yeah. For example, that's a web page. Just want to tell you that this is the reason why this actually came in. In fact, let me go back. So the reason why slice tool came in was I can actually slice different parts. I can slice this part, then I can slice this part. Then I can probably slice this separately, 1, slice this 2 separately, slice this separately, okay, and slice this separately, just for an example. Now I have for web, and let me just save it, and desktop, and let me just save it in a new folder, and I can call it as sliced web page. So if I go back to my desktop, yeah, so it's done something like this to it. Okay, all of them. Obviously, if let's say I have developed this entire thing in Illustrator, I can't upload this as one file. Slicing, the biggest advantage is downloading speed. It cuts down every part. So pieces by pieces, it gets downloaded. It's much faster for it to be downloaded on devices. So technically, slice came in for website, but again, there are other advantages of slices as well that could be targeted as well. Okay. Next is that what I wanted to discuss with you was, probably we did not, was another tool, which was the Scissor tool. Okay. This can be used in many aspects. For example, if I make a star, for example, let me just make a star. Let me just make it none. And for example, let's just make this. Okay. So Control plus, let's say I just want to cut it out. I want to cut out this particular part of the star. How do I do that? Well, I can use the Scissor tool. I can simply click here once, and then I could click over here. So I'm clicking here with the scissor tool, okay? Now, using my direct selection tool, not the selection tool, the direct selection tool I'm referring to, I can simply just click here and I can drag it up. And obviously, I could delete it. I could directly select it. So it means within the scissor tools, any amount of nodes that you select, those nodes could be separated. I could further just click here and here, use this, and I could take it out. I don't need it. So any shape, any particular shape could be used for this. Even text could be used for this. Okay, but the way text is done, let's talk about that as well. If I have text doesn't work the same way, frankly speaking. So if I have,
Sorry.
yeah, yes.
Question. I think I saw it in the textbook. It was about adding anchor points on a shape. How did you do that again?
On a shape, yeah, I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
how do you add anchor points?
For example, if we make, let's say, well, let's make this shape. So you can see over here is if I zoom in, how many anchors do I have? One. Okay, so I have four, exactly. So with the pen tool, I can actually add an anchor point. So what I can do is add an anchor point over here. By adding an anchor point, obviously, the advantage is now I can actually move it wherever I want to. So I can add as many as anchor points as I may want to. Now this means if I'm adding anchor points, there is a reason I'm adding, because I want to add curves to it. I want to bend it. I don't know. There could be a reason for that. So over here, even if you add anchor points in a circle, okay, circle again has four. So I can add an anchor point over here, so that probably I might want to change the shape into some different shape. Just like, remember the way we used to do in Flash when we used to pixelate? The same way work. And the same way, if you delete an anchor point. So if I delete anchor points, it's very interesting. See how it works? That's how delete anchor points work. Which means if I use this, now if I delete this anchor point, it will turn into a triangle. Obviously, and if I delete this anchor point, it will turn into a line. And if I delete this, obviously there's nothing. It's a null value.
Yeah, just a point.
And because we know that vector images are made up of lines and shapes, this is what it means. It's made up of nodes. So technically, it's a fact. So yes, so I was talking about text. So let's say we have a text, for example, any text. Let me just increase the size of it. Oh, here we go. And I could, yeah. I can't do it directly, because remember the rasterizing thing. I need to convert this into points. How do I do that? I'll right click and you'll see where it is create outlines. I can create outlines. Now I have outlines. But how do I work with outlines? Well, Scissor tool is fine, but there's a better way, because Scissor tool will not work in the same way for text. I'll tell you a better way. You see this line? If I want to cut this, I'll just draw this line. Now what I'll do is, I'll just select the entire thing, and I'll just use this Pathfinder divide.
Yeah.
Okay, and obviously, I'm pretty sure you know this, and I can take it out. Yeah. So we can play around with text any way you want to. Another advantage of converting into outline is that you see this particular thing again, just like a shape, I can move it wherever I want. That's another advantage of using this. Or if I further want to work with the Scissor tool, I still can. I can just click here. I can click here, click here. So you see, I can still work with Scissor tool. But I don't know. I believe line is a better option. So we can see. Depends on what you want to use. Okay. Then we have is just wanted to discuss some tools with you. So you can see over here is that um, we have over here is the rotate and the reflect. Okay. The reflect tool basically works in this way is that I want to reflect this. Let's say I want this to be the reflection point. So for that, what I'll do is I can click here. But for that, I need to do is I need to hold the Alt key. Okay. And then I could, here we go, Alt key. And by pressing the Alt key, now I can just click and drop it. So the reflection is made. So reflect.
And you also just use the file edit and then transform.
We can even
You
do
also
that,
just do that.
but at times, Adesh dear, you'll find this tool better because what if you want to reflect from this point or this point or this point, or maybe there is some very odd location from where you want to reflect a point. For example, the person gives you an image and says that from this particular point you want it to be reflected. So you might,
Okay, yeah.
in some case, okay, so obviously the tool is there for a reason. You're right. I was just thinking the same thing. Then I thought, no, let's discuss it. Might be used somewhere.
Yeah.
At times examiner
Yeah,
comes up
because
with
it's about the specific point.
specific point exactly. There it might be used. So the same case, we have another rotate. Again, you can manage even without rotate, but let's say if I have a straight line. Let me just make it a bit thick. This line. So the way we did in animate, we learned how to rotate it.
Yeah.
The examiners ask us to make a meter over here and then take it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. So the needle thing. So let's see how I can use the rotate over here. So presently, if I rotate this, you can see that the center is here. Okay. But I don't want to rotate it here. I want to rotate it from here. So I can just click here. And after clicking over here, I can now actually do is see where is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And the good thing is you can see about which was not available in Animate. I don't know the latest version. I still didn't try. Oh, I forgot to do that. I'm sorry. I was supposed to install Animate. I'll do it tomorrow.
That's fine.
And we were
It's
supposed
fine.
to discuss.
You were sick.
Yeah, exactly. I just could not do it. I'll try to do it tomorrow. Okay. So you do you see the degree thing? I just realized it over here right now. That's something. Is it available in Animate? I don't know.
Most of the features are still there. Yeah.
Okay. So this is something really good. Very interesting. So this is the rotate and reflect. I don't know, somehow, some way it could be targeted. So we should know it. Okay, while I was discussing the star thingy, just want to discuss the bevel thing. There's this bevel option that's quite interesting that one should know. What I mean by bevel is that, for example, we make this star and let's say somehow we cut out this part, for example, just for the sake of discussion. Then we can add some bevel effect on it. How can we do that? I can click on this and click on this thing. I can come gradients and I can click on this is stroke, just the stroke. Okay. There we go. Okay. And I can click on this gradient now. I get the gradient effect. So I can select from here is some different color. Let's say green. Okay. And you see this option over here that says apply gradient across stroke. I click on this. Do you see now by applying this third option in the stroke, I get sort of like a bevel effect. So any colors that I will have, it will be like just like a bevel effect. So how to add a bevel effect in Illustrator? This is the way we can do it. In case if we want to do it on a shape, the bevel thing.
Not like Photoshop where you just do effects and then bevel it.
Yeah,
Blending options.
Exactly. Photoshop is very easy, frankly speaking. But this is the simplest way to make a bevel effect in over here.
Yeah.
Right. And then what else it was in my mind? Any other tool that is left? I know, you know that. Scissor tool done. Slice tool done. We talked about the artboard tool. Yes. Gradient we know. These are not frankly that generic, because those things which are generic we need to discuss that. Scale, create reflector discussed. Scissor tool fine.
Is it? Could you send me the video for the color picker tool which you used in Photoshop? Because
Yeah, sure.
I've forgotten how to do that. So
Color picker in Photoshop, like what?
yeah, in Photoshop.
I didn't get it. Well, like what color picker in Photoshop?
So like I think we did like a slide, and then you change the slide's color from red to blue.
Can I do it right now again?
That's fine.
Yeah, just one, because I'm not sure what you're saying. Let me do it. It was in Photoshop. Are you sure?
Yeah. It
Okay.
was in Photoshop, and
Uh-huh.
I think you had like a picture of a slide in a garden, and then you changed
Yeah. Okay. In fact, let me share that one and this one, both of them with you. Fine, I get the
Okay.
point. I'll share the entire lecture.
Okay.
I'll do that. So these are all. There isn't any much tool left for us. We just need to practice more, and we'll do that. We'll do some complete, as in the maximum that can come.
Yeah.
So we can do it till
I think
tomorrow, and Sunday we'll meet. Yeah, I know
okay.
we left over with some makeup classes. We'll plan them out as soon as possible. Okay.
Yeah.
After Sunday, okay. We plan them out.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, dear?
I'm available on Tuesday, and then
Yeah,
we
sure.
can do-
We'll keep the makeup classes next week. We'll keep on doing that.
That's fine.
So I'll just send you the video and both things. Just give me an hour. After an hour, I'll send you that. Right?
I'll remind you if you don't. But
Yeah, please, no. You keep on doing that. I'm available for you. I'll never
okay.
get.
Thank you.
Just text me. I'm never irritated with that. I forget.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, dear. Okay, dear. Bye.